Happy Saturday. So I was thinking today, because I had a feedback session with my new boss for yoga, that I'm really excited about this whole journey, this whole opportunity of becoming a yoga teacher, the journey that it's taken to get here, to just challenge myself in a different way. It's in every facet of our lives, being challenged this way, emotionally, physically for sure. Our mental capacity, our spiritual capacity. It's just been a really fun, exciting, challenging, humbling experience for me. And so I've been even more delighted today after going to my place of work now to work under someone who's got years and years and years of experience and someone who's willing to teach me. What a gift that is. And while it might not be yoga for you, and it's not only yoga for me, it's other things too, you should always find someone in your life who's a couple steps ahead of you. Don't ever be too proud. Don't ever have the mentality that you've arrived. It's not going to serve you, I promise. I think we should always have the mentality that we are the student and we will always be the student. There's always something to learn. It's kind of why I've challenged myself to do something like this, because it makes me intentional about what it is that I'm learning. It makes me seek out things to learn and to share. So, something that we learned in yoga teacher training about how to be a master teacher, what it takes to be a master teacher, is someone who has compassion, someone who has love and certainty. So there's a little bit of confidence about what it is that he's teaching, and what the knowledge base is. But there's also humility and gratitude. So 5 things: compassion, love, certainty, humility, and gratitude. And I feel like the last 2 things were the hardest things for me. Obviously, certainty will come with time and experience. I've always been compassionate and loving. I think I'm a nurturing person, and that comes pretty naturally. But while I always thought I was a grateful person, I get on the kids when they are acting ungrateful. Like, I do not want to raise entitled, ungrateful, disrespectful children. And yet I find myself sometimes having a bent of ingratitude. I must, right? Because I feel like if you think about it, humility and gratitude kind of go hand in hand, don't they? Because if you're too proud, or you think you've arrived, that mentality again, then you're not humble enough to learn, and therefore aren't grateful for what they have to offer. People around you who might have different experiences that you've not experienced. They've always been taught that the best experience anyone can have is someone else's, right? It's kind of like Big Brother puts his hand on the stovetop and you learn from his terrible, agonizing mistake not to put your hand on the stovetop. So it's learning from other people. I really believe that we're doing ourselves a disservice if we're not humble enough to be teachable, to continue our journey and learn from other people and have gratitude to them for that. I think I may have even missed out on some things. I feel like I'm a learner by nature. I love to learn and grow and be better and see the progress. So I think that is true about me, but I've also discovered that maybe I'm a little bit too cocky in some respects, because most things have come easy to me, and as I've said before, if they didn't come easy to me, I would just avoid them altogether. So this teacher training really did challenge me, and today validated why I did it, why I went through with it, because I really feel like I'm going to have a lot to learn from her. She's gracious enough to take me under her wing, hire me on, and see me grow while being in the midst of it all and having my own class and my own students. And it's really exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. but I'm excited for it. And I think that there's excitement in the journey, right? It's not the destination that is the goal or should be the goal. It's the journey that it takes to get there, right? I think that's where we do the most learning, the most growing. That's where we experience the most meaningful things. We learn a lot about ourselves. And it's, we have to accept ourselves for who we are, but it doesn't mean we have to stay where we are, though, right? I mean, there's always something we can learn, always something we can do. So my challenge to you, my encouragement to you is that you would always have the desire to grow, to learn, and find somebody around you that you respect and kind of just shadow them. I mean, not follow them around or anything freaky, but like just model after them and ask them questions. They will love it if you engage them that way. They would love it because there's no greater compliment than someone pursuing you to better themselves. And so I hope you will learn something new every day and look for an opportunity to meet someone, to grow with someone, and to be challenged by someone and held accountable that way. So here's to learning something every single day. Don't have the mentality that you've arrived, because what fun is that? If you've arrived, there's nothing else to really do, is there? So best to you in your journey.